Hello, and welcome to High Noon. I'm your host, Will Jaffe. We're live at the 2023 World Series of Poker from the beautiful Horseshoe Casino. Ryan DePaulo is back. We don't know what happened to him. Did you go on a drug bender? Tell us what happened before we get into the show.
I did not go on a drug bender. I was at the Golden Nugget playing a Pro-Am 1K.
A Pro-Am?
Pro-Am, and they had me listed as a pro, which was very flattering. I was, and then Moneymaker tweeted, and it's funny, he's like, you know you're in a good spot when they're calling you a pro. But I was invited to play in it. The way I busted out was actually really ridiculous. It's not a bad beat story. It's Ryan's a pure idiot story. So the blue chips were 5Ks there. Usually blues are 500s. And so I raised the button with like Queen 9 suited and Conrad Simpson, the Conrad. 3 bets from the big blind to 3,400, I thought. It was really putting me all in 13K. You get it? It was like 2 blues, 2 1Ks. I misread it and just called and didn't realize I was calling all in and then lost his ace-queen and was like, I misread chips, dude. It was like the worst poker
You
day.
misclicked to lose the Pro-Am.
I misclicked to lose the Pro-Am. Yeah, I didn't need to be so long-winded about that. It just hurts more. This is why people tell long, bad beat stories, because they're self-centered and, yeah, little TLDR.
Not important. We do have security here today. I want you guys to notice that. Don't get any funny ideas. We've got day 2 of the 2K. One of the scariest men in poker, John Juanda, in the field, still in the 2K.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever played with him?
No, of course not. But nice.
The Death Stare, one of the original Death Starers. Before Stevie, before D. Peters, Juanda was looking at 70-year-old men in the Horseshoe and just making fear pulse through their veins. And is that the main event champion, Joe Cata?
I believe it is. Still hanging around. Well, not hanging around. He's been doing well. He's been around since he won, basically.
Has not done an interview since he won the main event, but has won like 4 more bracelets in like open no limit events somehow.
I'm sure he did an interview when he made the final table. Like
no
in
interviews have been done. I am looking at the concurrence, guys. Thank you to everyone for joining us. I'm going to get this out of the way a little early today, guys. Do the hardest thing you've done in the last 20 minutes and just gently tap the like button. Ring the bell, I think. Subscribe. Send this, and then also make multiple accounts and multi-account this thing, and then do it again so we can keep going up through the roof. Get me paid. DePaulo's not going to make any money probably from this no matter what, but it's good for his clout. It's good for his vlog, which, by the way, congratulations. I saw you released a vlog. Already up to 30,000 views.
Oh, yeah, that's nothing for me, baby. I shit out 30,000 views, bro.
So while we're on the topic,
welcome to YouTube.
Can you just give our fans and listeners a little insight into what it's like to buy likes and views?
I bought 500 Instagram followers once before the vlog, and it felt horrible. But on YouTube, you can't really buy anything except a lot of poker tournament entries to vlog about.
Or merch, of course. Do you have any merch?
I do, yeah, actually.
No. Don't just save that for later. Huskapina in chat says, I've played with Juanda. The death stare never fazed me. Well, I guess that's why you're watching us and typing in chat, Huskapina, because the death stare clearly didn't faze you. But we got a casualty from this 2K. A lot of stuff going on here at the World Series. Today, we have a $250,000 buy-in starting. I mean, what is going on with these buy-ins, man? Like, when is enough enough?
When will these guys have their insatiable lust and greed for money be quenched? You know, I heard Matt Berkey today, who ran deep in the 10K secret bounty, saying it's not enough to get out of bed to come play the 1,500 with the masses. When is enough enough? First is going to be 1 million in that. And you know what? These guys make me sick.
It's disgusting. DePaulo and I would literally give an arm and a leg to win $250,000. These players are going to be buying in today for $250,000. I'm sure it's all their own money. They will be playing somewhere out there. We will be covering that probably tomorrow. But we also have a bunch of final tables today. The Raz, a game which no one can win in, got pushed back. Jerry Wong Humlun is at that final table. I think they're going to restart later today. There's 3 left. But we also have the 1,500 PLO headlined by the one and only Rob Mizrachi. Negreanu was deep in that. Aria was deep in that. Neither of them made the final table, unfortunately, for the fans. But then we also have the 10K mystery bounty. That will be later tonight. So a lot of just a jam-packed schedule here, DePaulo.
Yeah, and in fact, I would have slow-rolled that information a little more so we can, parse out on the show things to talk about for longer, but you just condensed it all into 1 second. It was pretty amazing there. But yeah, no, there's a ton going on. They didn't give out a bracelet yesterday, I don't think, because Raz is like a horrible game that took forever. There was, I don't know. Is there a curfew here? I think like if things go too late, they have to end it.
Yeah, they can't go past 4 a.m.
Okay, you know what I looked up yesterday, actually? We were sitting there watching America's Got Talent, and just stick with me here. And some guy's thing was to set the record for most fist bumps with Howie Mandel. It was fucking so stupid. But I was like, yo, I want to do a Guinness Book of World Records. So I made an account, looked up poker available records, and then saw the longest like tournament, one-day tournament, nonstop. Guess how long it went? It's not that crazy, but it's pretty crazy. Like a no-break tournament, basically.
49 hours.
Yo, literally 48 hours, 55 minutes.
How good is that guess?
Guess what country?
Serbia.
Philippines. Very close.
Wow.
Very similar countries.
Incredible.
And the first place, how much you think was up top?
$17K USD.
Yeah, are you fucking kidding me? 18K.
I swear I'm just guessing this.
Yo, that's amazing.
Incredible guesses, guys. That's
So,
why
yeah.
I'm a pro. Numbers, math. That's why DePaulo's a content creator. Information, giving us the up-to-date news now that I've spilled all the tea that we have. That's our show, guys.
What do you think the record for most poker chips balanced on one finger is?
190.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's 200.
Just guessing.
You know these.
No,
dude.
I
You've
don't know
looked.
these answers.
He
I don't
has
know
looked.
these answers. Speaking of answers, we've got a legend of the game, the one and only. He's another ACR pro. John Van Fleet, is it?
Yeah.
Ape Styles, one of the actual good ACR pros. We're not talking about DePaulo or John Party here. He's out in the field with our one and only Mintzy. We're going to get the interview started, get you guys off of our faces, which thankfully are not as shiny as they have been. DePaulo did oil himself, though.
I got to go bail him out. Cut to the interview, but this idiot has no patches on.
Hey, DePaulo's going to get him a patch for the interview. Let's go out to Mintzy, guys.
All right, we're out in the field here on break. World Series of Poker, $2,000 event. I was very gracious in letting everyone else have a chance to win after my quick performance yesterday. But we're joined by one of the true legends of the online poker streets, Ape Styles. He's out here on day 2. What's up, man? How are you?
What's going on? I'm doing great. I just won a huge pot, so I'm stoked. It is freezing in here, though, man. Luckily, I have like a superpower, so I don't even really feel cold that much, but everyone at my table is dying.
I feel like your beard, you have a nice beard that should keep you warm for the occasion.
Yeah, and I have the man sweater going on, so yeah, I mean, I'm doing great. I'm coasting along, having a good time.
Awesome. So you've got a big stack in this. We're down to 198 people out of 1,962. Is this your first big run so far of the summer?
This is my second tournament that I played. I cashed the 3K6 max, and so I'm like 2 for 2, 100%.
Man, that's not a bad batting average. Well, he's been doing it online forever. I know you have been one of my favorite people to follow online for 15 years. I know you're still super active in that, and you also have some training stuff you do.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch, Ape Styles Poker, and I coach twice a week at BBC Poker. I do seminars twice a week there. Check it out. And, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, 15 years, he said. I appreciate that. Online poker's been my jam. I've been playing the high stakes forever. Now I just need to get a World Series bracelet.
Well, I feel like you're on a mission. So where are you? Where are you these days? Because I remember you used to be in Texas. Now you're in Oregon. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to be able to go over the border so I could play the big series in Vancouver. And I bought my first house in Portland. Loving it there. It's beautiful. And I guess Vegas is probably my home away from home, too,
Okay. And then also, I know you're kind of into the cleaner living these days, right?
Yeah, I mean, for the last 9 years, I went to rehab 10 years ago, and I don't drink anymore. But, yeah, I mean, it's not really I'm not trying to push that on other people. It's just that's my.
I'm a big no alcohol guy, too. That's why I asked. But anyway, well, so what kind of schedule are you looking at this summer?
I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna spin until I win something.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's this 2K. I mean, only 200 people left. I know you're one of the favorites of the field. What was the big pot you won?
I had Queen Jack of clubs under the gun. Got called from mid position. Flop came Queen high with 2 diamonds on it, and I just check called down the whole way when the diamond hit, and he was bluffing. And with pocket sevens, he did something interesting there. He kind of turned his sevens into a bluff on the river. I was sweating. I tanked forever, and then called, and I saw the look on his face, and I was like, yes.
Hell yeah. Well, good luck to you in this 2K. Love following you around. Like I said, one of the all-time legends of the online streets, going back 15 years. I feel like this bracelet, only a matter of time for Ape Styles.
Appreciate it, brother.
Thanks again for joining us. Back to Will Jaffe and Ryan DePaulo.
Yeah, so what's the deal there with the patch? Like, I did a tough conversation for PokerGo with Nacho Barberia, and afterwards he goes, "Oh, fuck, the patch." No. Do you guys, get a penalty if you don't have the patch on? What's the deal?
Well, no penalty, but it's part of our contract that if we're playing live poker, we're supposed to be patched up. And then we got a memo, it was from whatever. It was I see some creative patch placement. I don't know. They're very great ACR, but, patches is, one of the few things we could do. I mean, he streams. At least he's not just, Nacho's whole thing is being seen live. So, he's really fucking up if he's not wearing a patch. You know what I mean? At least Ape Styles is out there on streaming. I'm making YouTube, some of the other guys. But, yeah, if Mormon or, Nacho have no patch,
yeah,
they're useless.
So the good players need to wear the patches.
The good players
basically.
need to wear patches.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just bailing my man's out. He comes to the table like a hot fucking mess. He had 3% on his phone yesterday with no portable charger. He sat at my table, which was phase 2 of the worst poker day ever after I misclicked to bust in the I'm not sure what we're looking at there. It looks like they're agreeing to take a break or something.
Yeah, there's been a break agreed on, a mutually agreed on break. It's not decided by the floor. These players, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if one busted the other, but they've agreed to take a break here in this 2K. We're going to get you some more sideline reports from Mintzy. But, yeah, shout out to Ape Styles.
Oh, wait, yeah, let me finish my train of thought so they don't go crazy. Even if it's not interesting, we must persevere through, Will. I'm sorry. So I busted the golden nugget by misreading the chips, and then I came over here to the 2K. Ape Styles joined my table. 3%, no patches. I'm not trying to rat him out. I'm just trying to make myself sound like a really great guy. I bailed him out with that, not with the charger. Anyway, he takes some of my chips, and then I try for the first time ever the walkaway, right? I get it in. Don't ask me how, but I have Jack 8 suited pre-flop. I'm all in against King Queen off. And well, it was 8 bigs, and the big blind was an old guy. So, and it's like a neutral, it's like a chip making 0 move. And if the old guy is over folding, I thought it was a good jam. Anyway,
It's a chip making 0 move.
It's a chip making 0 move, which is my favorite type of move. Yeah.
DePaulo somehow sneaks in another hand history. He confirmed narc. DePaulo, do not forget to wear your ACR patch. DePaulo will report you directly to the top, the man in charge, and you will get a demerit because that is a breach of contract here.
So I get it all in.
Please, I didn't know the story was still had legs.
It's still going, Will.
Okay.
So I'm all in, and then we were joking about, the get-up move that I never tried the superstition. Many players try to, put on their backpack and act like they're leaving, they're dead. I always do the reverse. I just sit at the table and expect to suck out. I even when I have someone else covered, I'll pull back the chips with the, putting out there, I'm not going to have to pay. They're all in. So for the first time, I tried it. I get up and just walk away. Jack 8 suited, King Queen. I don't even wait to see a flop. I just leave, and then I turn around. I couldn't help it after I'm 6 tables away, and the kid is like this, and Ape Styles is signaling to me something, and I thought I won. I was like, oh my god, and I run back, and I'm all excited. I'm like, let's go, and he's like, no, I was doing this. Don't come back. You lost. And it was an extra kick in the balls after.
Wow. So DePaulo with the chip making no money move. But speaking of chips making money, we've got the 1500 PLO here. We're going to show you some live footage. Producer John, if you could cut to this shot, I believe that's Mr. Rob Mizraki. I'm not sure if he's older or younger than the grinder, but
are they brothers?
They are brothers. Yes.
Oh, he must be older because he doesn't. The other one looks better.
Yeah, so there you have it from DePaulo, getting the details on the age difference there. But he's deep in this thing, looking for a bracelet. I don't know how many he has. I know he has some, though. But, yeah, 10 players are left in this PLO. They're going to play it out today. There's going to be a final table. I'm sure that puppy's going to be streamed for all you guys who actually want to watch some poker instead of getting these cutting-edge strategic updates from the field. Live hands, live interviews from Mintzy. I'm sure Natalie will make an appearance later. Apparently, Mintzy and Natalie are going to the pool today later. I'm not sure what they're going to get into. Maybe hang out with Nick Palma, but should be a fun experience. We're going to get you guys some highlights potentially on tomorrow's show. And then we are going to take a few days off. DePaulo and I have to rest, see our families, rejuvenate, because this is hard work making content, Ryan.
I'm going to do a blood thing like Lance Armstrong used to do without the steroids, where he takes like children's blood and has it injected into him, type of thing. They have
What?
like a thing where you get rejuvenated athletes.
You're going to get children's blood injected into you?
It's something like this, adrenochrome.
Is it Ozempic?
Yo, you got the Ozempic Connect?
I may have an Ozempic connection.
A lot of poker players would have the Ozempic Connect. Like, how do I lose weight with no effort?
I'm going to have to send Lin G a DM to try to get some Ozempic for Ryan so he doesn't have to use children's blood. But look at the mini grinder over there. Rob Mizrachi winning a nice pot. Legend of the game. I see a few recognizable players still in that. Always gets tough when you get down to the end. You'll start with a lot of whales, but you end with pros. But speaking of pros, we have Mintzy in the wild. Queue up another interview for you guys. See who he's got out there. I'm not exactly sure, but let's go out to Mintzy if you can, producer John.
All right, back on the field here in the money of the $2,000 World Series of Poker event, and I'm joined, by one of the true Southern poker greats and characters. Actually, one of my old roommates, but he's actually a lot better poker player than me. Jared Ingles, Bearbuck. Jared, you're in the money, $420,000. How we doing today?
I'm doing good. I ran really hot on day one. Was really fortunate to get set over set. Won a couple crucial flips and came in with like 34 big blinds and just kind of cruising right now. A lot of short stacks are busting pretty quick. But yeah, I'm doing well.
All right. Well, Jared, you've been on a hell of a live run the last couple of years. You won the World Series of Poker Cherokee, North Carolina, Maine. I believe might have won the big San Antonio tournament. You got second in MSPT. What's been going on this last year? I mean, you've really been on one.
I'm just running good, winning flips. Nothing special. I'm not playing too much better than I've always been playing. Just winning flips in the right moments.
Well, you've been doing this for a long time. You're also a really good PLO player. So many have come and gone over the years. You've been able to always keep a good attitude and even keel. Do you feel like this last year has been a lot of vengeance for you mentally?
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. Boosting the confidence for sure. I can, it's nice to be on the upside of variance, You don't get many hands in these live poker tournaments, so to run good and just back-to-back tournaments is really fortunate and a long time coming for sure.
Do you feel like the winning gives you like more confidence and momentum, or are you just saying it's just like a variance you're running hot?
I stay pretty confident regardless. I know I'm doing the right things. I know I'm playing well. I know I'm staying in the zone, but yeah. Certainly gives you a little confidence.
All right, well, $420K, you playing a huge summer. You just out here playing every day?
Yeah, just kind of winging it, going day by day. Don't really have a schedule planned out, just kind of flowing,
Well, we got to go for a hike up at Red Rock here soon. I know the people would want some content of that. Good luck to you in the money, day 2 of the 2K. Only 189 people left between Jared Ingles and a World Series of Poker bracelet that, let me damn sure tell y'all, long overdue.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Jared Ingles, Bearbuck. Southern Ledge.
Cutting edge stuff. Jared Ingles, longtime grinder. We're going to show you guys another longtime grinder. Mark Ioli, a.k.a. the Dutch Online, takes down the 3K6 max. Huge win for him. A lot of money, a lot of pride. See Big Hooney on the rail celebrating. Obviously, Big Hooney had a piece. I mean, if anybody wins a bracelet, Big Hooney's got at least 10%. But you see Mark Ioli absolutely thrilled to win that gold bracelet here at the World Series of Poker, which kind of reminds me of another winner's photo. Tony S. I'm not sure if it's Shinjastai or something. I don't want to butcher the pronunciation, which I already have done, but this is just a classic winner's photo. I want to show you guys this because this Mark Ioli photo brings back shades of memory of this kind of, this guy winning, I think it was $1.6 or something million, and it caused a lot of controversy in the poker world because he didn't look super thrilled to have shipped.
Yeah, and it's still better than
He's always
Isaac
got, like,
Haxton's winner photo where you cannot even literally see his face because he has a mask on. But yeah, the Mizreg vibes are strong with these two. The Mizreg vibes strong with Jared Ingles. Mintzy getting the interview with less in shape, less charming Matthew McConaughey. Producer John's joke, and I think it was good enough to shoot.
Thank you again, Producer John, for your contributions.
That was good.
Just never-ending pool of wealth for us.
Yeah, I don't imagine ever winning and not smiling. But you know what? I also didn't imagine ever winning a flip at the WSOP and not screaming in my opponent's face. But I'm there now.
Yeah, the
You
end
know,
of the
like
two-go.
you do get numb. It's a progressive illness, poker addiction, right? You need more and more.
Speaking
Because
of
you're giving
progressive
up
illness,
value.
I want to show you guys this photo
Especially in
because
the
Joey Ingram has been missing in action. I don't know if he's back now, but Joey, where are you? Where have you been? What happened to the guy that would grind 24-hour sessions with a Gatorade piss bottle and an unlimited supply of Funyuns and Fritos? He's become too big time. He's out in L.A., probably working on some movies with Joss Macchiello or someone. But where is Joey Ingram been? We're going to do a special segment. Producer John, if you could cut back to us, I just want to just say to Joey, please come back to us, Joey. We miss you. The community needs you more than ever. It's time.
I don't want to kill this bit completely because it's funny, but I saw him yesterday at the 1K Pro-Am. And he was chip leading with like 17 left and got 16th.
Well, thank you so much for that update, Ryan.
We had a whole where in the world is Joey Ingram, like production pieces. We had a whole thing. I just had to undercut because I actually saw him yesterday.
Yeah, well, you guys know what to do. I have nothing else to say other than please just, for God's sake, smash the like button. Turbo Hulk smash the subscribe. Hit the ring the bell with your pinky or something. And yeah, DePaulo is going to keep interrupting me, and we're probably going to bring Nicky Limo on full-time next week, and he's going to be back at the punter's pad throwing darts to have to play a $500 deep stack.
Yeah, no, I'm in a tough spot. I sold 50% to the monster stack. Speaking of which, I'm going to be jumping in a bit. There's Maria Konnikova.
Wait, you sold 50% to the monster stack?
Yeah.
What's the...
I'm in financial ruin over here.
Let's save that content for later. We've got former main event champ, the fossil man, Greg Rammer. Do you have any signed fossils from him?
No, is that what he gives you when he eliminates you?
When he showers you, he signs a fossil. Or no.
Those
when
are
you
pretty expensive.
No, sorry. When he doesn't, he has the courtesy not to do that when he busts you. It's when he gets busted.
Oh. That'd be so gangster.
A little more respectful, yeah. You get busted, you get a signed fossil. Maria Konnikova wrote a book. I'm pretty sure neither Ryan and I can read. We're not illiterate. We've just had such bad technological ADD over the years that we can only read tweets or Instagram posts, but we cannot read full-length novels anymore. But Maria Konnikova wrote, I forget what the book is called, producer John.
Something about poker.
Something about poker. It was a New York Times bestseller. Amazing book. Can't recommend it enough. I'm watching...
After reading it, yeah.
When I could read, I did read the book. Fantastic stuff. Producer John is clicking on the link, but he's got the wrong link as usual.
Yeah, I don't know if sheep would be on the cover. Maybe
I
the
think
one with
it's-
cards
I
is
think
probably
it's-
more
yeah,
likely to be. He
it's-
clicked on the one.
yes, thank you.
There's photos of one with cards on the cover, one with a sheep, one with like
Yeah.
an owl, and he clicked the sheep.
It's not the one with the sheep or the owl. It is the book with cards on the cover. It is called The Biggest Bluff. Maria Konnikova, best-selling author, New York Times. Just really next level stuff here at the World Series of Poker, at the Horseshoe.
And that got her roped into poker. She learned from Eric Seidel a little bit.
One of the goats of the game, Eric Seidel, just complete legend. John is still Googling. If you go back to the screen, John, he's gonna show you guys. We're gonna link you guys on Amazon. Incredible reviews, but it looks like the Fossil Man is back in action here at the World Series. I did see he got off to a rough start, but there's still plenty of time. If you can just keep your bankroll intact, you can save yourself out here. That's what Ryan is trying to do. Not go bust before he actually hits some score of meaning.
Well, I was able to sell the half to the monster stack because I sold that little markup, but really because the punter's pad contest, I have plenty to play for, even selling half, and not really. I need the money. I'm broke.
Yeah, DePaulo and I are not doing well financially. Here's the book. If you guys can read, or even if you can't, just support poker. Go ahead and buy this puppy. The Biggest Bluff, Maria Konnikova.
I can't believe they're in there already. They are not Ms. because there's hour-long levels. Like, I might not even reg for a little bit after the show, even though it's probably making more money if I could play perfectly with a higher ROI to be there early when the bad players are in, because you can't re-enter each flight. It's a $1,500 entry. It's a big draw. Like, each weekend there's a big, massive field, low buy-in, relatively hold'em tournament here at the World Series, and this is this weekend's one. First place will be around $1 million. It's a $1,500 entry. You can only do one bullet per day, and there's only 2 day ones, today and tomorrow. They both start at 10 a.m., hour-long levels, but it's such a long structure. I don't think I can. I also don't really know 100 big blind poker that well. I know it enough, but like I know 50 and under. It's what I've studied.
Yeah,
so waiting is almost better.
DePaulo, more of a 20 big blind guy, but we've got a 100 big blind player out with Natalie in the field. This guy definitely knows how to play multiple stack depths. Let's get you out to the interview.
Guys, I'm here with my new friend Skullman. And we saw him, we saw his outfit, and we just had to stop you and chat. Take us through the outfit if you don't mind.
Well, I've been the Skull Man for probably about 20 years. My wife and my kids actually got me into being the Skull Man. So that's how it started.
How does that happen? How did we get to this point? How did it develop?
Just, we like skulls. I mean, that's pretty much how it became.
Animal, human?
Animals, of course. Yes. So that's how Skull Man became.
Can you lift the hat for the people? I saw your hair and give it a turn. I just appreciated that detail with the outfit. So how did you put this one together, the KOTD? We need a view of it all.
Well, I just go, all my stuff is with skulls. Everything I wear is skulls. So, I mean, I look for outfits like this.
So are you playing in this event today?
I am. Yeah, I just got done with the win last night. I ended up taking third place in their 580 daily and made $26,000 on that one. When I got knocked out of the 1600, I made day 2 on that. I got 4,100 on that. So I had a pretty good day yesterday. I've been running really good here so far.
Where are you originally from, Skullman?
I'm originally from the Quad Cities, Illinois, but my home base is New Hampshire. The East Coast. I travel around. I mostly do the circuit events, WPT and WSOP.
So if you've acquired some fans out there, which I'm sure you have, and they want to meet you, okay, like you said, you got plenty of fans. Where can they find you in the next few days if they want to say hi?
Right here or the win.
All right. There it is. There you have it, Skullman. Thank you for the time,
Perfect.
guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Just incredible stuff from Natalie. If you guys are interested, I know Skullman has a lot of fans. He's in the Horseshoe, has just cashed for $30,000 over the past few days, which is basically triple what DePaulo and I have made all summer.
Skullman, the stack depth master,
Yeah.
playing at all depths, just having a significantly better summer than I can. I can imagine a 26K score.
Do you think Skullman's ability to play at multiple stack depths has led to these big results that you have been lacking?
It has to, yeah. He's versatile. You know, he can come in level 1 with no ante. He can read the chips correctly. He can play at the win. He can play at the Horseshoe. He likes skulls, you know.
I just want to confirm those are animal skulls.
Great, amazing question by Natalie. You know,
Not human skulls.
Not human skulls. Thank you. I think we were all wondering that. And she was up late covering the Raz, the fabulous game of Raz that, I mean, everyone's so interested in. And it went so late that they had to delay it till today because they met curfew here. And she's just back in action, asking questions, firing off great things. Her and Mintzy, as was alluded to, have plans to go to different pools, but both want to go to the pool after, or just Mintzy?
Apparently there's a pool day planned. It's a little bit overcast.
It's the worst day ever for it.
Yeah.
It looks like the apocalypse outside.
The good news is Nick Palma will be there shirtless, looking for ladies after his big score. But yeah, we've got some final tables coming up for you guys. I believe they're going to play out the Raz final table today, finally finish that event if it doesn't take another week. Later tonight, the 10K Mystery Bounty, headlined by Jeremy Osmus and Sloppy Claude, a legend of the game, Chris Klodnicki, Foxwoods Grinder, More Money Than God, another one of those guys who just runs so pure.
He's like a great online player, too, right? He's
yeah.
like 4th ranked still, and he's chip leading, I think, by 1 big blind over Jeremy. I don't know who's second, but Chris Claude is going to take it.
Mr. Chris Claude, and then also the 1500 PLO will play that final table out. Rob Mizrachi in a great spot to take home the hardware. I believe over 300,000 up top in that one. But it looks like we've got Mintzy out in the bust out line to give you some bust out interviews potentially here. Let's get out to him. I'm not sure these people know. Sorry, we're gonna have to pause that one. DePaulo, if you want to plug your swag or whatever, please feel free. That now is the time.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was gonna say some other things about other stuff, but.
Going to give you guys a quick look into the merch that DePaulo has on him. What do you got for us, DePaulo? What can the fans buy here?
I'm going to start signing my receipts and send them for all. No.
Only $5 if you guys want a DePaulo tournament bust-out receipt.
I don't have my main hoodie. This is just a minus EV hat that is not that.
Is that your own brand?
Yeah. But I got to work on it. I see my DGen hoodie out there in the streets. Yesterday, I went up to a guy who had my hoodie. It says DGen on the back and minus EV, my most popular seller. I only make like $3 per thing. And so Ryan's selling his
Right,
shit. I
so-
hear
so-
production in the background.
yeah,
Mintzy's ready, but I'm like, Ryan's trying to
production's not
hawk his fucking wares.
Yeah, no more hawking, Ryan. No more hawking merch. No more hawking loogies. We're going to see if we can get out to Mintzy because he's got a bust out. I love these cutting-edge interviews. You don't see this stuff anywhere else. Live from the World Series of Poker, someone busts out on day 2 and gets to get an interview from Mintzy live in the wild. Let's go out to him right now.
This is super laid back. I mean, it's just kind of funny. All right, we're with Brian. Unfortunately, we're at the bust out line of the WSOP 2K day 2. Finished 179th. Good run. Was hoping to see you win a bracelet, man. How we doing?
All right. I had aces and they lost, so, standard.
Oh, man. Pocket aces just going up in flames. World Series dreams. I hate that. Well, at least you made day 2. I'm sorry about the aces. What happened in the hand?
I was under the gun. I raised. The guy, I assume is chip leader, called with pocket 9s, and he hit a 9 on the flop, so that was pretty much it.
Oh, man. 9s always flop sets. I don't know what it is about it. So I see you're rocking a Patriots gear. You a Northeast guy?
Yep, from Massachusetts.
Were you out here playing a lot of events, or just here for a World Couple, or what's going on?
No, I'm here till July 5th playing a bunch of events.
Hell yeah. Well, is this your first cash so far this summer?
Third.
3 cashes already. Brian coming in from Massachusetts, hot. He's making runs. And it seems like you got the right attitude about your aces going up in flames. I mean,
It's more than you'd think.
See, look at that. Positivity in the poker world. Man, Brian just gets his aces shattered on day 2 in the money, the 2K. He's not phased. He's got a good attitude. You're a hell of a lot better man than most, Brian.
Thanks.
We're going to go back to Ryan and Will. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. We're going to need a sec after that incredibly scintillating bust-out interview. This is you don't get this type of content anywhere else. I want that to be known and established. We are giving you cutting-edge interviews with Skullman, interviews with some poor guy who got his aces cracked and then had to face down Mintzy for 2 minutes, tell the bad beat story, loses to the chip leader. He's got a good attitude. He's meditating. He's doing the right thing. So are you guys. You're spending your day with us instead of being out in the world. So do the right thing. Double tap the like button, but don't ever hit the dislike button no matter what you do.
No, just tap it once.
No,
If they double tap it,
sorry. Producer John's going to delete that for the edited version. Just tap the like button once. Tapping it twice won't work. Tap the subscribe button. Ring the bell. Send it to your grandma. You know the drill.
There
But
was
yeah.
a glitch on YouTube a couple years ago where you could nerf channels. It was only lasted 48 hours maybe, where if you subscribed and unsubscribed, it went +1, -2. So people who hated other people were just nerfing, mass attacking YouTube channels.
What I don't understand is why are there no dislikes available anymore?
Because people's feelings. I don't know. There's a way to see it. People know. There's plugins, and I think Disney probably with all their horrible remakes and the female Ghostbusters, the big movie studios probably lobbied against it. $10 from Rob Kuhn. He might have COVID. Is an update. He was feeling under the weather today, deep in the house, under just coughing it up, hanging out. But $10, the duo the people want. Keep it up, dudes. And then $3 from Cottonmouth King. Thanks. These interviews on the payout bust out line are golden. Shoutouts to Mintzy. Shoutouts to the guy it was more cashes than me. Again, we're 2 for 2 with people having better summers than myself.
Yeah, all it takes is a 4-figure cash, and you've already leapfrogged Apollo's summer cashes. But yeah, Rob Kuhn, shout out to the ACR Pro, the YouTube content creator. But we got showers. Let's see if we can get another interview from Mintzy. Let's see if we can just grab anybody who busts. I believe that's Victoria Liveshits at that table. I'm not sure if she got the scalp there, but yeah, this is deep in the day 2 of this 2K, over 400,000 up top. Did you play this event, Ryan, or no?
Yeah, no, I played. That's what I was talking about with the bust out earlier with Ape Styles at my table when I tried to do the no look for the first time.
First time, last time for the no look. DePaulo will not be using that technique anymore.
Yeah, he also made a call against me that normally people don't. Well, I think they do live. I don't know. On Queen 9-4 with 2 diamonds, I bet black 5s on the flop for 2/3 pot. And he called with the ace of diamonds, which you're supposed to, ace 10 off with the ace of diamonds. But I feel like often people don't make that call, even with the ace of diamonds in the live environment. It's like you really got to adjust your opponent's live. It's a weird thing, and then also the variance is hard when each tournament you bust when you play online. You can lose however many I've lost. Like I'm like 3 for 20 or something, whatever. That's no big deal to start your Sunday off. You don't even really think about it. And then here it's like 2 weeks and a half of.
Well, I got to ask you, being in the ACR Pro team, are you in the online is rigged camp?
It's for sure rigged. No, I don't know.
You heard it first from the ACR Team Pro. Online poker is rigged. Thank you for establishing that. I see Cool Hand Cat in chat. Shout out to Cool Hand Cat, longtime fan of the show. Thank you for the $1.99. We're going to try to get half a banana from the WSOP Cafe with that super chat. But yeah, we've got a lot of action here for you guys. There will be final tables later. We will be back tomorrow, then taking a little break so Ryan can get children's blood injected into him so he can rejuvenate and try to get a 4-figure cash in the bag for this summer. Still a decent field here. I believe that's Aram Zobian, the online grinder, ACR crusher. And look, is that Donnie Peters, the man himself? Wow. Didn't know he was actually allowed to play these events, but he's in there with a nice stack, looking very serious, not messing around on day 2 of this 2K. Donnie Peters and Remco, one of the best YouTube combos out there for the free streams, doing the Lord's work here for PokerGo in the World Series. Giving a little stare down there.
Yeah, they're not quite good enough to be behind the paywall yet, but they will get there one day.
Within the next few years, we're going to get Donnie and Remco behind the paywall.
Me insulting the powers that be, deciding whether I get to continue the show.
Ryan is going to be gone, guys. So it's been a good run with Ryan. We're going to have Nicky Limo on permanently. Charter 30 also in the field. Now that Ike has a bracelet, Charter has put his name in the ringing himself for the best player without a bracelet.
I keep getting tilted. The list gets shorter. You know, after I won my bracelet, I made a video with a list of like players I'm confirmed better than now that they haven't won a bracelet. And since then, Jason Kuhn, Dan Smith, now Isaac Haxton have won one. You know,
all players of equal or better skill level than DePaulo.
Now I was confirmed for better, and then they win and they prove themselves. You know, it's really not right. It is funny seeing somebody like Donnie out. I forget when I see Jeff Platt out in the streets at tables. When I see Hanksy out in the table, I'm like, oh, you guys are allowed to do that?
Yes, we do have a clause in our contract that allows us to play tournaments with our own money, believe it or not, here at the World Series. The beautiful Horseshoe Casino. Come on down, grab a banana from the cafe, grab a hot coffee, go over to Paris. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're here, but we do have security thanks to Poker Pro Eric's appearance. Just our security levels have been heightened and elevated, so don't try anything crazy. But DePaulo will sign his payout receipts, and he has a lot of them, for just $5 if you guys are around.
I should really do that, honestly. Pay in receipts. You know, I just gotta hope I don't get audited, and they're like, "Where are they?" And I'm like, "Yo, I don't know." Oh, is it
Speaking of which, Nacho Barbero does have a patch on, thankfully, a pile of chips. I'm not sure if he's using GTO Wizard on his phone or just texting someone, but
he's watching a lacrosse game he bet on, guaranteed.
So much money on these fucking Americans.
He just learned about hockey. We were in Costa Rica like a month ago, and it was like, he's like, these hockey playoffs, this is amazing. And he kept telling John Party, like, John, this is so cool. This is so cool.
Meanwhile,
hockey.
John's like, yeah, I know,
John's
buddy.
like,
My whole childhood dream was to be a hockey player, and I got my shoulder torn out 18 times.
Literally.
Poor John Party, doing the Lord's work, filming, doing the punter's pad. Is there like a early favorite for the punter's pad, Triton package or whatever so far? Or?
Everyone's kind of rooting for Bet on Drew just because he's an all-around good guy, biggest contributor to the house, and Ebony and Rob have gotten to go already. So hopefully John, Drew, or myself win. But I think everybody would be happy for Drew if he won, and if anyone else won, only that person would be happy for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, just an incredible crew over at the punter's pad.
No, we all get along really well.
Yeah.
We were hanging out last night, all of us, just watching this orangutan show where they raise orangutans. They guys had smoked a little weed, and I was like, you guys know what might be a good show you like that I watch? Sober, but for them. And it's a school where they nurse orangutans back to life, and it's a great show on the Smithsonian Channel. I highly recommend it. I'm being serious.
Is there actually a Smithsonian channel? It sounds like a museum.
No, I swear there is, and it's a great series. It's about them raising like orangutans they rescue from like from being pets or something.
If you guys are interested, right after this, right after you smash that like, subscribe, ring the bell, head over to the Smithsonian channel. I'm not sure what number that is out here in Vegas. Check out this orangutan show.
No, on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, sorry. It's the Smithsonian YouTube channel. Paulo really leading us astray here, but thankfully he's been able to plug some of his merch.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, I saw a guy yesterday with a DGen hoodie, my main seller, which I only make, I basically sell it at cost. I'm out here just trying to make something for you guys, and they handle it. And I see a guy with my hoodie on, and I'm with my boy D-Laz, Daniel Lazarus. I'm like, oh, my hoodie. And we walk up to him, and I'm like, yo, nice hoodie, dude. And he looks at me like, oh, thanks. And then Danny was like, yo, that dude definitely just grabbed his roommate's hoodie. Like, he doesn't know who the hell you are. It was very awkward. It was like...
So you were trying to big time, and the guy didn't know who you were.
I was trying. Well, it was my merch. I thought at least I'm safe to say, like, oh, this guy surely watches my videos.
Yeah, so DePaulo confirmed not doing this for money or profit or fame, the love of the people. That's why he does the vlogs. That's why he does the punter's pad. That's why he does the merch.
I guess, because I'm not making enough money. I'm in financial ruins.
DePaulo is still looking for that first four-figure cash on the summer, but we're going to cut out to Natalie. She's on the rail right now. I'm not sure what final table that may be the Raz, but let's go out there for an update from her.
We're live in front of the $1,500 PLO final table. Just going to see who we see. We've got a nice gentleman right here. What's your name?
Evan Perry.
Evan Barry. What brings you here? Perry. My bad. What brings you here?
My brother's actually on the final table. So.
Let's go. Which one is he?
Matt, in the 4-seat.
Okay, wow. Do you play poker too?
I do, not really PLO very much, but I play No Limit Hold'em a lot, so yeah.
Will we see you out in any events?
Probably that $800 on June 18th.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the interview. We're just going to go down the line here. Come along. Come along. Excuse me, sir. Do you want to be in an interview? No? Okay. No interview there. We're gonna go back this way. See who we see. Just really want to take you along for the experience of who you might run into at the World Series of Poker. Again, this is content you won't get elsewhere. Excuse me. Would you mind being in an interview? Okay. No problem. No problem. Sir, would you... All right. Nobody else wants to talk, but regardless, here's who we've got on the rail today. Again, exclusive content. We want to provide it for you. Here it is, guys.
Matt Perry's brother, Matt Perry himself, is at the final table. New Jersey legend. This guy, during COVID, ran up I believe it was a $1.4 million stack on the ACR rat hole tables, like the big 200-400 game.
Yeah. Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, to my knowledge, and then busted it. All to Omaha for rolls.
Oh my God!
Laszlo, the PLO end boss, took all his money, but Matt is looking for some vengeance today at the $1,500 final table with a stack. Really great player. A lot of battles between him. I don't know if you know Tom Canuli.
Yeah,
but a lot of epic New Jersey battles on the Borgata Poker, on WSOP Jersey. Yeah, and that is the type of information I know because I've been grinding poker for way too long, as has DePaulo.
No, not too long. If emotionally too long, but that's cool insider knowledge. Yeah, Canuli, Jersey legend. I didn't know. That's funny. Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry, yes. He's made some big PLO final tables here before. I think he might have finaled the 10K or the 25K a few years ago, but a lot of great PLO players out there from Jersey grinding behind the scenes, now looking for the bright spotlight of the WSOP. Great job by Natalie. Got us one interview. Got showered for like 4.
Yeah, it's hard, but a lot of these guys are shy. They're not, great on the camera like Mintzy or us, and they just want to stay anonymous. I was playing with the third place finisher in Jack Oliver, who finished third in WSOP 2 years ago in the main, and Poker News came up to him, and he didn't want to do an interview a little bit, and then I realized he wasn't wearing his hat. He was like, oh, it's too recognizable. It was like, dude, stop being a bitch. Just, fucking grow the game a little bit. But, they want to keep their edge. Oh, I heard the sickest angle ever. And I told the guy I wouldn't put it on my vlog to not blow up his spot, but I have to share it here. So, he's an Australian, has a full Australian accent. He talks just like this, just fully Australian, but he's of Asian descent, right? You understand? He looks Asian, and he admitted, he hadn't talked. They told me he's Australian. They were like, that guy's Australian. He goes, no, I'm Chinese. So anyway, he has that accent down. He told me later, he goes, I will do a sick angle, right? So an Asian guy is Australian. If he sits down, max slate reges, doesn't play a hand or say a word, when he's ready to play a hand finally, he goes, gamble, and goes all in. And he gets called super light all the time, he says.
Wow.
And that's the angle on the person calling light, because they're the racist one.
An even sicker angle than DePaulo worming his way into the show, but we're going to go live to the floor. We got Natalie with another interview.
Guys, I did it. I found Jed once again, recurring guest on High Noon, fan of the show. Jed, what have you been up to in the last 24 hours? What'd you get into?
We're just settling down a little bit, nothing too crazy. Ran up our free play a little bit, so me and my brother both won like 40 extra bucks until we lost it, so that was fun. But other than that, not too much, just walking around, people watching. Las Vegas is just such an interesting city. It's like an international city. You just see so many different kinds of people.
Have you had a fun night in Vegas yet? Have you enjoyed the Vegas nightlife?
No, not yet, but
It's on the list, though.
maybe. We'll see.
What's in the cards for today? What do you have planned?
Maybe me and my brother might jump in like a $250 tournament or something, or play some cash games, but we didn't have too much planned for today yet.
Always great to see you, Jed. Friend of the show, guys.
Chris online, avid Magic the Gathering player, has often called in Twitter Spaces to give us Magic updates. We got a lot of stuff going on here at the World Series. No Daniel Negreanu, no Phil Ivey, but we've got Beerus, and we've got DePaulo here.
Wait, he's a big Magic player?
Yeah.
You know, speaking of Nacho loves Magic. Boski, Nagy. Did you play Magic?
No, I'm not a nerd. I'm actually a pretty normal person, believe it or not. Somehow I just kind of stumbled into this lifestyle, and here we are, still going, because what other choices do we really have? But yeah, out there in the field, Natalie doing some great work for us. I see the camera kind of going crazy, tailing Mintzy. We may have a few more interviews before we kind of slide on, but
speaking of Daniel Negreanu, we say, I think you mentioned it briefly, but he made a deep run in the $1,500 PLO, finishing something.
Yeah, final two tables for Daniel Negreanu, out of like 1,500 people. Got down to the final 100, I think, in the $300 Gladiator.
Yeah.
I mean,
these giant fields he's running deep when he could be like,
who loves it more than this guy?
It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. His energy, his optimism, sleeping in the walls of the Horseshoe to preserve energy in like a storage closet somewhere. I think he got moved to a room. John Party has his vlog on daily when I wake up, and it's great. The other people, what was it? In the 10K secret bounty, not mystery. We keep calling it mystery. I think it was a secret. But Matt Berkey and Phil Hellmuth making deep runs also. Berkey finishing 14th and Hellmuth finishing 11th. So there were some sweats for some names. But we got to get some new names out there, right? Skullman, maybe. The other guy. We have Mitzi out there looking at the bust-out line. Hopefully he can get another interview, because these are Will and I's probably favorite part of the show.
Yeah, this is the best part. We got another bust-out line interview with Mintzy. Let's go out to him live.
Absolutely. All right, we're back at the bust-out line. Sad times for the guys. This is day two of the $2,000 event, I believe, around 150th place. But Anthony seems to be in a good mood. I'm getting a good vibe despite him getting knocked out. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. I mean, I only had like 10 big blinds all day two, so I'm happy to get a couple pay jumps.
Nice. So how'd you end up finishing this event?
I had 5 big blinds. I jammed the old King 10 off, got re-jammed, and then re-jammed, but I was live against 2 6s and ace 9, but we bricked.
Damn. And then you ended up cashing like 150th place or something?
Yeah, 159, I think.
Look at me, a mind reader. Well, where are you from, Anthony?
I'm from New York, Poughkeepsie.
Okay, I kind of got that out of your accent. You out here playing poker for a while this summer? What's your plan?
Yeah, we're here for a few weeks. Hopefully make some money and play the main, too. So
awesome. Is this your first cash in the summer?
It is. Yep.
That's cool. And you full-time poker grinder? You do what?
No, I'm actually a professional hypnotist.
Hypnotist? Tell me more. Wow, this interview just took a different turn. Can you hypnotize me and make me help win some money? How'd you get into that?
I do work with professional poker players. Actually, a lot of people know Elliot Rowe. He was my mentor, so I do what he did. So
Prime Mind?
Yeah, Prime Mind.
Prime Mind, Elliot Rowe. Well,
Shout out to Prime Mind.
yeah, shout out. I got to ask, so the benefits of you hypnotize poker players, has this helped them? I need to know more.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's for reducing tilt, anxiety at the table. It's all performance-based work. So.
Wow. So, okay, what's your last name so people can follow this?
Sereno, Anthony Sereno.
Anthony Sereno. So, like, when you I'm sorry, I just have so many questions. Yeah, so like when you hypnotize them, like is it just like getting a meditative state, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's very similar to guided meditation. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and it just releases stress and
Release stress, reframing things, forward pacing, rehearsing. How you're going to perform. It's all mindset work.
See, this is the beauty of the World Series of Poker. You meet people from each and every all walks of life, but I've never met a professional hypnotist before. Nailed it, tongue twister. And I'm going to follow up this guy because I think we need content of me getting hypnotized on camera, and maybe then I can start winning again.
100%. Awesome.
Great to meet you, Anthony.
Meeting you.
I'm going to take it from here. All right, you guys. I'm here with none other than Charlie. Cowboy hat Charlie, if I may. How are you doing? Tell the people who you are.
I'm Charlie. I always go as a Jack Daniels man. Always going black.
Would you mind just doing a quick spin for us? Sure. Wow. Okay. Jack Daniels across the sleeves. What inspires that outfit?
Well, because I live in a western town, and I have a lot of friends that are in the rodeo, and they always, wear Western, and I lived in a Western town all my life. And so I've always come to the World Series of Poker. I've been coming for probably 15, 20 years as a Jack Daniels man. A lot of people know me at the other places, the other casinos that I go to in Los Angeles. So it's a great feeling, and there's nothing like the World Series of Poker.
You're right. There definitely is not. What's on the slate today, Charlie? What do we have coming up?
Well, I'm going to go in the Monster Stack tomorrow. I just got knocked out. Then I'll play the 800, and I'll decide what I'm going to do from there. But it's exciting.
Sounds like you're a seasoned vet around here. Can I get your favorite World Series of Poker memory?
Oh, God. I've had a lot of them. I came in 35th in last year in the 800, and so that was probably the most exciting to go that deep. It's so hard, this is a brutal game, and everybody gets their bad beats, and that's the way poker is. But it's exciting. There's nothing like it coming to the World Series.
So many fine people here at the World Series of Poker. Thanks for the time, Charlie. Guys.
The Jack Daniels man himself, Charlie, made a deep run in the 800, almost did it, almost got the bracelet, came up short, 35th, reminiscent of a lot of DePaulo's struggles here. Except DePaulo actually has some big final tables here and some big cashes. Not this year. Still plenty of time, I think.
We hope.
Yeah, we hope. If the money doesn't run out for him before the scores start coming in. But yeah, what's the next event on the schedule for you?
This $1,500 monster stack I'm going to play today. I don't know if I'm going to jump in. Like I said, it really is hour levels. And part of David Williams tweeted this out last night, that part of the mental game of playing No Limit Hold'em tournaments live is just they're so slow some of the time. And in hour-long levels, you got to fight yourself from not spazzing out when you finally get a hand that you want to play and go with. And it's like a little bit of a battle. So going in a little bit shorter, not too short, is probably better for me to go.
Yeah, is that patience why you ended up shoving Jack 8 in the 2K yesterday?
Well, it was a zero chip move, as I said, and there was an older gentleman in the big blind who I thought would overfold. But ultimately, it may have been my impulsive demons that got me, if we're being real.
This was a zero chip move, not to be confused with a negative chip move.
Correct. According to the charts, not accounting for an old man in the big blind who will overfold. So I really do think it's not that bad, but me looking to rationalize it instead of just waiting for a better spot is out of some deep God-sized hole in my spirit.
Yeah, just nothing like some childhood trauma that still leaks into your life 20, 30 years later and makes you shove with Jack 8 just to try to prove a point to yourself, to the people at the table, to the poker gods. But yeah, we've got a shot. If John, you can cut out there to John Juanda, still in this 2K. I mean, imagine you come out to the World Series, you think you're making a deep run in a smaller, softer event, and here you got John Juanda texting someone a hand history and ready to crush this thing. We'll probably see him at the final table. Absolute legend of the game.
Death staring his phone.
Death staring the phone. Probably got an angry text. The man just never ages. Has probably figured out the childhood blood injection that DePaulo's going to get. This is that something they do at the Flamingo DMV? Where do you acquire such an injection, DePaulo?
Yeah, I find it better at Old Vegas, but I think maybe the Flamingo has it. It's probably a little bit upcharged, and they don't have premium children there.
No, there's just the bad kids go at Flamingo, where Landon Tice is still waiting in line to get his license.
I think I was thinking of a blood transfusion, but like, didn't Lance Armstrong do that for fun?
I think he just used steroids in his testicles.
Yeah, maybe he's just. All right, if anyone has juice, come up to me. You know what I mean? I'll juice a little and not work out. Instead of
Speaking of working out, are you doing any skateboarding? Do you have any skateboarding prop bets planned? Can you actually ollie yet?
well, I can ollie. I can still kickflip a little bit, but I have not skateboard. I brought my skateboard out here. I don't have proper skate shoes. Instead, what John Party and I have been doing daily, like the treading water workout I spoke of 2 days ago, the last 2 days we've just been running up the cliff doing trick shots, which you could see on my Instagram stories. And yesterday we did a sick one. I think his watch said he burned about 600 calories. So you just got to make working out into a game, guys. And then you can have a physique like mine.
Yeah, if you're looking for a physique like this, tread water, do trick shots, skateboard, go on benders, and shove Jack 8 offsuit because you have a deep childhood trauma hole in your soul. And you're still trying to compensate for that, and that's probably why you're doing every single thing that you do in life. But yeah, just cutting-edge stuff from the floor here, guys, at the World Series. Big final tables coming, $250,000 buy-in. I believe that's the biggest buy-in of the summer. I don't know if there's another one drop or $500K or something, but I mean...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the highest buy-in of the summer. Speaking of high buy-ins, $50K Poker Players Championship. You're going to fire the satellites for it?
Yeah, I'm going to play a $20 Keno satellite afterwards, thanks to Ryan, who has given us a lot of great satellite tips, whether it's roulette, Keno, just doing stuff in the street for money. There are different ways to get into these tournaments. But yeah, I will be satelliting in. I'm going to be playing Keno, trying to play a very aggressive style and run up a seat in the $50,000 Players Championship, which, by the way, has been won, I believe, back-to-back years by none other than Dan Cates' Jungle Man. So
it's crazy. It's sick. It's awesome that he's been able to do that. And I think it was his first and second WSOP bracelets, right? He only just came in for that event 2 years ago, wore a costume the entire time, binks it, then just comes back and repeats. Like, it's insane. This year, though, he has a challenger. My boy, my coworker on team ACR, Chris Moneymaker, announced that he is flying here for that and the main event, and he's able to come for the PPC. He'll be coming out here tomorrow. So I'm really rooting for Team Moneymaker. Moneymaker, who's an awesome guy. Many of you may not know this. This is a stupid direction I was going to go in. Fuck that.
Yeah, we're not going to go that route. We're not going to let DePaulo do any more plugs while we're here live.
no more plugs for his character.
Somehow DePaulo was going to plug the Moneymaker tour. Great tour. I'll do it for him. He's done enough of the heavy lifting today. He's probably got some type of Sharpie in his backpack that he wants to sell. But we're here live at the World Series at the Horseshoe, the beautiful Horseshoe Casino. You have other tournaments going on in Paris. You have a lot of stuff going on in Vegas. We do have intentionally increased our security. Just a heads up, no one in particular, Poker Pro Eric, or anybody else out there, just to let you guys know that we are protected here. You see the banners hanging behind us. Illustrious stuff. We're in the presence of legends here, DePaulo. Can you feel it? Can you feel the spirits in the building?
I can. I can. I mean, even though they didn't really win in this building, it was called the Horseshoe, right?
Speaking of which, I couldn't get you guys out of here without what I know you all came for, the World Series of Poker main event winners trivia with Ryan DePaulo.
Every day I forget to study. Like, I know it's coming, and then I don't do anything.
Just like middle school, DePaulo is not studying. We've got Dan Harrington.
97.
95.
Okay.
We've got Noel Furlong.
97.
82. Greg Merson.
2012.
Correct. Jack Strauss.
78.
83. Johnny Moss, he won 3 years. All you have to do is get 1 year right.
77.
No, they were all in the 70s, though. Speaking of main event champs, the Fossil Man, Greg Raymer, out there chatting it up with Maria Konnikova.
What's he, 04?
Raymer is, check the banners. Having a nice chat with Maria Konnikova, writer of a book I again forgot the title of. It doesn't have a sheep. It's got cards on it, though. But yeah, just incredible patrons of the game of poker here, live at the Horseshoe. This is the footage you guys have been waiting for, not the final tables with Adrian Mateos, the 17-year-old Spanish genius. These are the real grinders out in the field, day one of the monster stack. You get a lot of chips in this puppy. DePaulo will be playing, trying to make a little better finish than he did yesterday or at any point this summer. But yeah.
I have my ticket. I got to collect my $1,120 cash in the Gladiators event, the 300. When I came back to day 2, 20 big blinds, second in chips at my table. Everyone was short and just lost it.
The chat asks, where are Raymer's glasses?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think he might have been scaring people. You know, I had this thought a while ago that somewhere in the multiverse, you know, Greg Raymer is wearing dinosaur glasses. Somewhere in the multiverse, there's a raptor wearing human glasses at the poker table, and he's known as the Human Man.
On that note, guys, we've got Greg Raymer out in the field, the fossil man. I don't know if I said that 18 times already, but we're gonna go for 20. Just chocked full of content. Another jam-packed episode here.
Giving out fossils seems very expensive. You said he gives out actual fossils.
Actual fossils.
Aren't those very, very, very rare?
Dinosaur bones. The man won the main event for millions of dollars. He can afford to give away a few dinosaur bones every time he busts. Those are not. He's not giving them out to people he busts. We did confirm that. So the man does have pride. But this is high noon. We are here at the World Series of Poker for the dealers, the players, producer John, the floor men, the security guard protecting us from Poker Pro Eric. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll be back tomorrow, and then we'll take a little break. That's it for today, guys. Appreciate it.
We're in the hallway at World Series of Poker, and we have got some serious merchandise for you to check out. Let's take a look around and see what we can find, because I know there's a lot of items I'm looking forward to wearing this summer. It's always cold in these rooms. Look, it may be hot outside in the desert in the summertime, but you're still going to need a hoodie when you're at the World Series of Poker, and we've got a bunch of good ones for you to check out. We got PokerGO Tour, pull over. We're joined by Brian.
Hello.
Well, I'm about to go pick out some merch because luckily for me, I think PokerGO felt sorry for me and hired me this summer. So I need to get some PokerGO swag to rep out here at the World Series. Brian, what should I get?
I would say first I would spin a wheel because then you can get a 10% discount.
10% discount? You're telling me I don't get free merch? Look, I thought it was assumed I got free merch coming out here. I'm really kind of going through a tough stretch here. You sure you don't have anything free for me?
100% do not have anything. I have sticker. Want a sticker? Let's go to the wheel.
Okay, let's go to the wheel. It seems like PokerGo's doing pretty well. I didn't know times were that tight.
Yeah, no, times are definitely tight. Definitely tight.
Well, maybe let's spin the wheel. The wheel, I've been told the wheel is just. So let's see what we get. Let's see if I can run a little better with this wheel that I've been running out here so far.
Look at this. An annual PokerGo subscription. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so honored. And while you're at it on the annual PokerGo subscription, if you want one of those, sign up with code Mintzy, $20 off. I mean, you have to get PokerGo. We're the best World Series of Poker content all summer long. Check us out. Live streams of featured tables. And we've got a high noon show, the only daily show from the World Series of Poker.